This comment said, homegirl is visibly uncomfortable, bruh. Let's go down, look, see what other people had to say after that. This comment is stated, homegirl is visibly uncomfortable, but she was comfortable enough to dress like that in public. Make it make sense.
After Chicago Sky was struck by complete pandemonium, Angel Reese just blows up, and it goes without saying that as her fame grew, so did the clamor around her, not all of which was applause. Because of Angel Reese, Chicago, the team that everyone once revered, is now a shell of its former glory.
She don't want to be sexualized. Angel Reese has said time and time again, she never wanted to be sexualized. But look at the stuff you wear, bro.
First, dude, there was the legendary Teresa Weatherspoon, who had to leave after packing her bags because the steroid accusations were enough to make her say, "Nope, not for me." How could anyone blame her, after all, who wants to remain in the midst of all that drama?
You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
Last but not least is Kendall Carter, a rising star who, after seeing the writing on the wall, decided the league was no longer the right place for her. Angel had the potential and the future, but a little extra money turned her skills into dust. Chicago was on top, but you can see it now. CR struggles as a result of poor choices and ego turmoil.
But I'm assuming that wasn't the topic. She just seemed to be uncomfortable with him because he's telling the truth.
Let's face it, this is the point at which fans begin to wonder if this is all part of her legacy. After all, why build a career on talent when you can have people talking about anything else but that? Since the fall of Chicago, we've all felt the emptiness of the team that once gave us hope, now a shadow of what it was, leaving us wondering if we'll ever see that fire again.
What a year. I never could have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3. But maybe God's saying give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2. LOL.
It all began with a pair of shorts and a crotch that made a lot of people shake their heads in dismay. Once praised for her perseverance and unwavering determination on the basketball court, Angel Reese appeared to veer off course with a decision that didn't fit the model she had become for innumerable young athletes. The disappointment wasn't limited to her decision. It also included the MST opportunity to stand tall and remind the world that her value lay in her skill, her passion, and her undeniable presence as a leader in women's basketball. Naturally, the world didn't hold back, as comments poured in from all sides accusing her of dressing poorly and showing disrespect for the sport.
Who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young, only 22. And the reality is, the scrutiny that she's been subjected to is inexcusable, it's egregious, it's disgusting, it's wrong.
Supporters who had stood by her side the entire time now doubted her judgment. This wasn't the Angel Reese they had grown to love. She had emerged as a beacon of hope in women's sports, a symbol of shattering stereotypes and barriers, and seeing her make a decision that attracted criticism and overshadowed her achievements felt like watching a hero falter.
Coming out to see crazy-ass Angel Reese unless they want to see her at a nightclub shaking her ass.
As the whispers began making charges that went beyond the argument about her clothing, the disappointment only grew. Renowned for her strength and perseverance on the basketball court, Angel Reese was the target of unfounded allegations. Trolls looking for any excuse to downplay her success started using the word steroids to cast doubt on the veracity of her accomplishments. Trolls started implying that her success wasn't natural and that maybe her strength and endurance had a darker explanation. She must be on something, after reading one particularly nasty comment about her physique, stamina, and unwavering energy. The addiction to attention is real, and people started to doubt her performance on the court, not because she lacked skill, but because of her undeniable dominance.
The addiction is real. The addiction to attention is real.
And how could they not be? When someone shines so brightly, it's normal to wonder if that's the result of hard effort or if it's the manufactured glow of something worse. Reese had always been a remarkable athlete, but these accusations were now tarnishing her accomplishments, and people demanded clarification. Was it steroids or dedication? Seeing someone who was once the pride of the game enmeshed in such rumors is a painful pill to swallow. To those who supported and believed in her, the accusations felt like a betrayal of confidence.
Angel Reese, you can't be the big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed to be...
The competition with Caitlin Clark did nothing but stoke the flames. Clark, who was frequently referred to as the Golden Girl of basketball, stood in sharp contrast to Reese, who was perceived as calm and diligent. Reese was portrayed as brash and attention-seeking, and it wasn't just a clash of styles on the court, it was a clash of values. Fans of Clark didn't hesitate to add to the controversies surrounding Reese, using them to highlight their favorite player's alleged superiority. Someone tweeted, "I don't see her out here trying to make headlines for the wrong reasons." The comparisons weren't entirely fair, but they struck a chord. Reese, who once seemed unstoppable, now appeared distracted by the drama rather than the game. The focus had shifted from her talent to her choices, which was perhaps the biggest tragedy of all.
Hot water after he made some strong comments about Angel Reese. Guys, this story is crazy.
The most startling development, though, was the frenzied conjecture regarding her future. Encouraged by the scandals, critics started to imply that Reese was moving away from basketball and into cruel territory, with some saying she was changing into a character more suited for adult entertainment than professional sports, and that she was only a step away from being a fan. One comment read another that scoffed, "She should quit basketball and start modeling since that's obviously where she's going." They were heartbreaking, but when you consider the decisions she took, it's difficult not to wonder if there is some truth to the exaggeration. Her focus appears to have changed, and not in a way that is consistent with her responsibilities as a leader and an athlete. Rather than promoting discussions about her abilities, she is stirring up arguments about professionalism and morality. What became of the Angel Reese who let her game to speak for her?
Angel Reese told her lonely male followers, "Hating pays too." Translation, I need attention. Translation, I need money. Translation, nothing about me is authentic. Translation, I cannot be a star on my own.
It's heartbreaking to see that Reese, who was positioned to be a trailblazer who not only excelled in her sport but also elevated it, has instead become a lightning rod for controversy. Much of it seems self-inflicted, whether it's the provocative attire, the rumors of performance enhancement, or the constant need for attention. Her actions send a message that talent alone isn't enough, and that's a shame because her talent is undeniable for her fans. It's frustrating that so many young athletes would kill for the platform that Reese has been given, but it feels like she's wasting it by exchanging respect for notoriety, substance for spectacle. The saddest thing is the ripple effect. People expected to watch her thrive on the court and be recognized as one of the greats, but instead they're left wondering if she will be remembered at all or if she will just serve as another cautionary tale. Children who once looked up to Reese as a role model now see someone who seems more concerned with her image than her impact, leaving parents who cited her as an example of perseverance and hard work scrambling for explanations. Additionally, basketball, which depends on role models like Reese to flourish, suffers another setback in the fight for equality and respect as a result of Reese's actions.
She's dropping new episodes to her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, and yet again, she's using Caitlin Clark's name for clicks.
Angel Reese had the potential to be so much more. She might have been the leader who motivated a generation or the player who revolutionized the game, but instead she has become a source of disappointment and controversy. It's not too late for her to change her ways, but the question is whether she wants to, or whether she's already decided that being talked about for any reason is sufficient. It's never easy to watch a star fall, especially when that star has the chance to reinvent herself, engage in sports, and motivate millions. Angel Reese was more than just a basketball player. She was a symbol of hope, tenacity, and success. However, somewhere along the line, that narrative changed, and now instead of being praised for her extraordinary talent, she is the focus of whispers and outright contempt, much of it due to decisions that feel like betrayals to those who once looked up to her. When Reese first came into the public eye, she brought with her a sense of pride and determination. She wasn't just playing the game, SH. Being self-assured and unrepentant is one thing, but allowing that confidence to conflate with poor judgment and empowerment is quite another. Take her controversial outfit to the extreme. For example, in a world where athletes are scrutinized for every choice they make, Reese knew she was a public figure whose behavior and appearance would be scrutinized, but she decided to wear something that, while innocuous in isolation, became the catalyst for a flurry of criticism. It wasn't just about the clothes. It was about what they represented to many, and it felt like she was giving up her hard-earned respect for attention, and that's the heartbreaking part. Angel Reese doesn't need gimmicks. She has the talent, the platform, and the ability to inspire through her actions alone. So why choose to enter a storm she could have easily avoided?